After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Man open, Rice. And he'll get this out to the 30-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson.
Oh, my God.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a 1st down carry here from McCoy. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
There's Wilson to throw. Steps away to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
All right, call me back. I want.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. LaShawn McCoy from 13 yards out. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Back onto the field comes the offense for the Madden Legends. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Oh, look at that. And some space here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They run again with Hunt. Always got some breathing room. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Accept it.
And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly.
What day is going, man?
He has to watch it move first.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape. Now it's Hunt. And
don't nobody know what day is going.
Get this up only to about the 41.
We need to go to San Francisco.
It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning.
This nigga out there taking pictures with them out. What's that boy name from Dallas? Yellow Bees.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. On 3rd down, that's Hunt. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
20.
On 3rd down, Vic out of the gun. Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They will indeed go for it. Vic.
What are you doing?
Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted.
What are you doing?
Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. Uses the spin. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now Wilson on second down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Get ball back.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They go play action with Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Madden Legends offense trotting out again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll throw now on the final play. And his throw is incomplete. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And they start the second half with a carry by McCoy. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's McCoy. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They go play action now. Wilson forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward.
I couldn't
and
blame
Tam. To get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Here's Ryan Allen now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They keep it with Miller on first down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A first down carry now for Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Hunt. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Why speed?
Went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it again with Miller. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Vic.
This shit ain't open.
And this is going to be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Anybody related to that, I find it incredibly frustrating that people seem to be okay with that. And just like Aaron, but thank you. Thanks for a great question. Again, on a really tough issue that if we don't talk about is not going
to start the drive with a carry by the core. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Right there tonight, where it is tonight in Afghanistan, and those former service members, retirees, and veterans who are here with us today, thank you each for your service.
Now Wilson.
My short answer is no.
He sets the fire deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Hundreds of rooms, every style, starting at just $10 a month. 5 years, no interest financing. Enjoy the largest selection at the lowest prices.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Going up top. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
Watch that short shit snipe. Yeah.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Out now come the legends. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending.
Look at that video on my page of this shit.
A nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now it's Miller. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Again, it's Miller. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Vic.
Claudio.
Right.
Oh, look at your boy.
He's taken down.
You gotta go.
Smith able to get outside the numbers and
punt the ball.
For a loss of a yard.
Man, we finna go for this shit.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Vic to throw.
No. Ooh. Ooh. I ain't never good shit. I thought he was finna jump. You hear me holler low? See. That nigga didn't never jump.
17 yards on 4th. Couldn't
Good
ask
shit.
for much more from your offense.
Let that be run.
1st down. Tenth carry now for Lamar Miller.
Don't go back.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now
Right
a
through.
2nd down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Huh.
Now a handoff to Miller.
Touchdown.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. And the Saints signal for another timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd
Right up the
down.
middle.
That's Hunt.
Ooh.
And he gets it inside the 10 to
Right
the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that
Better watch that
sets up
2
a
clock,
1st
boy.
and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field.
I'm
In this
definitely
case,
hyped
it
about-
really fits, doesn't
Look,
it? How about his ability to
I know
break
what I'm doing.
shackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now hold
Watch
everything
this.
here. We're going to get a
I'm gonna
timeout
use it,
by the offense.
Turn up.
As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Look, he'll fuck around, miss the field, y'all. Watch this shit.
Shit, man. See, you stay speaking shit. You stay doing this shit. Every time you say shit, it happens, bro.
What?
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night
Tell me where it
is
is, y'all.
forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game.
Right there?
Yeah.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays.
Don't get beat deep,
one
fam.
to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Back to throw. Take it in by Hill. And he'll be taken down but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now they get the timeout call. So they got one of the big plays that they needed. Can they do it again? Don't change that dial.
This shit right there available all day in this defense.
One last shot for Wilson. Throw left side complete. It's Hill. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end. They couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Join the
Run one more.
You see that video, fool?
Nah, hold on.
Fresh off of my hiatus, yelling you to all my haters, they skywalk, I'm Darth Vader. Promise I don't give a about them, let them out 20 red, tell them you don't need nothing. Like in the Kango, and a new Cadillac.